Okay, now, hey, there we go. Now the mic works. Hello and welcome. We really should spruce up this stream starting soon thing here. Let's get a font that's not Arial. You think Blambot would mind if I... Yeah, they probably wouldn't mind if I used the Anime Ace font. What do I got here? Oh, we could do Comic Sans. Everybody loves Comic Sans, right? Nah, we'll leave it as Arial. We'll leave it as Arial, but let's do something to it. Let's see. What if we slapped a gradient on that puppy? And we made it like red. Yeah, look at that. And can we change like the direction? Angle it a little bit? Ooh, I kind of like that. Now let's just kind of a little faint gray box around it. That doesn't even show up, does it? I gotta really crank it for that to be noticeable. Okay, I don't think I like that anyway. What if I center the alignment? Can I slap an outline on this? Is that possible? Where's the option for that? I don't see one. Clickbait in this economy? You know there's got to be clickbait. Besides, I already had that silly image made up, and I was like, gosh darn it, I'm gonna use it. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, what if I made it... Oh, no, that's terrible. Suddenly I feel like Cody Fernandez. This is the kind of stuff he does on his stream. Nah, I think the white looked best. So we'll just go with that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, oh, wait, here's a checkbox for outline. That's what I was looking for. Outline color. Let's make it black. For a nice bold statement. And let's click back over here and see how that looks. Hey, that works. I think that works all right. It's certainly legible. Alright, let's save that. I gave up on Streamlabs OBS entirely. Like, after the last couple of weeks, it was giving us fits and starts and just not working right. So I just was like, screw this. I'm going to just get OBS working the way it's supposed to work. And we will bypass the whole Streamlabs thing. I saw they redid their plugin for OBS, so I might go install that. XLG would like that, because then notifications would actually pop up on the screen. In, you know, like a way that I could read them, probably, maybe? Not sure. While we're here, let's check in and see how we're doing on getting hold badges from Malta in City of Heroes for its 20th anniversary. Good lord, I started this last night before I went to bed. That's how much this dude has been missing when he's trying to hit me. Curse my innate defensiveness. How dare it keep me from getting held. That's just terrible, man. Terrible. Alright. Well, turns out I got this week's book last week. So I don't actually have any comic books today to talk about. But I do got some interesting things to talk about. At least they're interesting to me, Mr. Ninja Weasel. And we will talk about them in a second. I'm going to... Before I really get going here, Let me get the stream open and then share it. Bada boom. To Twitter. Let's see. Streaming right now on YouTube. Come join us. Boom. Tweet made. And it looks like comics clickbait indeed. I know. Clickbait is free. It's the amazing thing. And we do have a YouTube notification on the Discord server. Alright, cool. We are finally, after 6 minutes and 35 seconds, ready to rock. Plus like the 10 minutes before I started, where I was making sure that OBS was gonna behave. We are listening, in case you're not familiar with it. We are listening to the Cyberpunk 2077 original score. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks in. This is an absolute banger of a soundtrack. All the radio stations are great too, but we're not listening to them. They got lyrics, whereas this stuff does not have lyrics, except for Never Fade Away at the end. That's got lyrics. This guy's really got a... He's really using like a PayPal logo. That's PayPal's logo, right? For his watermark? That's crazy. Anyway, this Saturday happens to be Free Comic Book Day. Just in case it wasn't obvious by the title of the stream that it was in fact Free Comic Book Day. This is the day in which there are free comic books. It's kind of crazy. Somewhere... The website, yeah, comicshoplocator.com. Where you can put in your zip code and find your local comic book store. Now, in the case of where I live, I have 3 comic book stores. I should open them up before I started the stream. And just add these to the queue here. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Let's drop that up here too. And the last one looks like they don't have a separate website unless this is it. CapitalCityComics.net. Is this it? No, that's in Ohio. That is not the same store at all. Apparently there's several comic stores called Capital City Comics. I don't really want to give Facebook a click here. Is that the right address? I found a website that has their stuff on it. I'm not sure it's the right address. I'm checking that out real quick. Let's see. Okay, there's Trader Joe's. Click. Yeah, 1910 Monroe Street. Okay. They've moved locations a couple of times, so I wasn't sure which address this was. Let's put that over here. Alright. So, I thought we'd take a look at, the Free Comic Book Day books. Why not? What will we find? Actually, I hadn't looked at them until I typed Free Comic Book Day into Google, or actually into Brave search, and then I scrolled down like 20-something links, and I got this link from November last year, which has the books. And then I was like, well, maybe there's going to be like the covers of the books if I actually just click up here to comics and check it out. Which one gets me better pictures? Oh, okay. Neither give me really great pictures. So, like, right off the bat, I'm just kind of looking at the stuff in here. Can we zoom in? Okay, that's almost acceptable. So, There's like two tiers of comics on Free Comic Book Day. The ones that pretty much every store is very likely to have, which is the gold. And then there's the second tier of stuff that's usually not as well stocked. And that's the silver tier. Why they do this, I don't know, bro, but they do. We'll just go down the list here. See if there's anything that actually catches my eye. Like, I look at this. There was a time I would have been all like, oh man, free X-Men stuff. That's got to be cool. But this is some weird crossover event, and I completely have no desire to check that out. That's actually a really cool cover to this Transformer book. But I'll be honest, after what IDW did to the Transformers, where they just like did a crossover with Visionaries of all things. Remember that toy line, right? The Visionaries, they were the toys that had the holograms on them. I know you don't actually remember them, and that's okay. Oh, there's no picture of the toys on the Wikipedia page? What is the point of a Wikipedia page about a toy line, and then the page doesn't even have a picture of the frickin' toys? Bro. How useless. Oh, we'll show you the title card of the TV show or whatever. Dude, like all 80s toy lines, or all 80s cartoons, it was a toy line that they made TV shows to sell the toys to you. Yeah, see, there we go. So they all had like a little hologram thing on their chest. Like, that was the gimmick. So IDW did a crossover between their Transformers books and the Visionaries property, because they had the Hasbro license at that point. And they killed some beloved characters basically for shock value, and that just kind of put me off the whole line. In fact, I got a bunch of IDW Transformer books, and I probably should get rid of them, because I'm never going to read the dang things. I got them for like 10 cents a pop. Hellboy Stranger Things, if I was reading the Stranger Things comics, I'd probably be all up in this grill. But I'm not reading the Stranger Things comics. So I don't know, this one's maybe a coin flip. Maybe a coin flip. I mean, if it's got Mike Mignola art in it. Oh, it's not a crossover, it's two separate books bundled together. Okay. That's kind of lame. Hey, Johnny Quest! It's our favorite co-host, who sometimes shows up on my streams and hangs out while we're talking about new comic book day books. I might pick that up just because I know that's going to be kind of dumb and fun. It's got to be, man. It's Johnny Quest. How can it not be dumb and fun? Nah. No Pokemon book. I'm kind of out of the whole Ninja Turtles thing, man. There's apparently was a really good miniseries a couple years ago. Like The Last Ronin, I think. Did it get a movie or something, or a game? Like, that's supposed to be really dope. But a lot of the other stuff, the other material put out, it just hasn't really done it for me. I did like last year they had the, I think it was last year, Johnny Quest accused the Reverend Horton Heat. Oh no, there he goes. I think last Free Comic Book Day they had one that was like the Saturday Morning Adventures or something. And I checked that out. That was pretty dope, actually. That was a lot of fun. And then I never bought any other follow-up comics. So, total jerk there. What is this? The World's James Tynion IV. On the eve of the 5-year anniversary of Something Is Killing My Patience, the 10-year anniversary of The Woods, Memetic, celebrate his run of horror classics at Boom, featuring a curated lineup of his most terrifying and fast-growing stories, alongside exciting teases, an exclusive collectible cover. Reprint material, okay. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to pick this up just so I have like a, quote, complete Something Is Killing the Children run. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit. Ultimate Universe Spider-Man #1. Totally not interested. That actually looks kind of cute. I am not the target demographic, though. That was Unicorn Crush. Like, come on. Love and magic are in the air. This enchanting collection of Phoebe and her unicorn comic strips. Oh, is this like a web comic turned into a book? Preview material. Yeah, it is. It's one of those books that's a collection of strips. That's pretty cool. I like to see that kind of stuff. Witches of Brooklyn from Random House. The smash hit. It's such a smash hit, I have no idea what it is. But then again, I'm also not like 8 years old, so I am way out of the target demographic. Alright, now we're down to the somewhat rarer stuff to get. Silver Gray, or the silver tier. Archie Horror. You know, I heard some good things about, what was it, the Sabrina comic? I heard some good things about that. Oh, this is just kind of classic. How long is Asterix, I can't even say that word, Asterix, and Obelisk? Like, how long have that series been running? Like, my entire life. Probably longer. That might be kind of fun. I've never read one of their comics. So this might be kind of cool to pick up, just from that perspective of, I have no idea what to expect. They did a video game. That's about all I know. It's like two Gauls fighting Romans, and it's funny. Featuring all new translated commentary on swimming, rugby, and most important sport, boar eating. Ninja Weasel, as, you know, a Celt, which is kind of like a Gaul, can you confirm that boar eating is the most important sport? Or is that purely a Gallic phenomenon of Gauls? Like, is that like something that you have to be from France to appreciate? Or can somebody from, you know, say Scotland, you know, also appreciate that? You know, is it a Gaul thing, or can you be like a Pict? You know, how's that work out, man? Let me know in the conversation, in the chat over there. Boombox is their like children's label, isn't it? Yeah, we'll move on. Yeah, I will never buy a Titan comic, so no point in picking up this Conan book, although that cover looks pretty dope. That looks like me when I wake up in the morning right there. Partutatus. Well, hello, XLG. Thank you for bringing your French here. I appreciate it. Much love. You know, you're very Francais. I'm very Francais. Together, we can both be Francais. Oui, oui. Hon, hon. Potatoes, says Ninja Weasel. Asterisk the Gaul, yes. I was just talking about how he was a Gaul. That this is all true, XLG. Right there. If you have a comic book store near you, XLG, this Saturday, you can go into that comic book store and get free comic books according to whatever their policy is. And one of those is this Asterix Olympics special. So you might want to check that out. It might even be in French, since you're like in that part of the world. Yeah, that Conan book looks fun. American Mythology. I got one or two of their books, man. They all seem to be like one-shots, though, so I didn't get into this stuff. I hope they do good. Like, I love random little publishers, but I'm probably not picking that up. I am not into Doctor Who, so I'm not picking that up. I saw this when I scrolled through the list earlier, and that actually looked kind of neat. This is his rallying call. Look at this. We are becoming multicultural. Thank you, XLG. It's actually kind of cool, man. Is this Divinity for some reason? Okay. Well, it sounds like you know a lot more about Asterix than me. Would you like to come on and talk about it? Dude, I will give you a Discord call, and you can tell me about Asterix and why it's a cool comic, because I don't know anything. Me noob. Me guy who knows there was a video game back in the 90s, and that it's been a long-running comic for like 40 years or something. Like, that's pretty much all I know. So if you want to sell me on the series, like, I will just give you a call, dude. I'll just be like, come here. Teach me, senpai. He's laughing in the chat. Okay. Yeah, this caught my eye just because of the cover. Like, somebody getting stabbed by a sword. Like, that just attracts the eye. And I like the flatness of the cover in terms of the coloring. Like, it's not even, like, cel-shaded. There's a little hachure, little, like, dithering here. But it's just a nice little piece of art. What was this called? Dying Inside. Apparently it's by Pete Wentz, who is in Fall Out Boy. I've only heard like 2 Fall Out Boy songs. You don't know a lot? Okay, well, then I won't put you on the spot, man. I thought maybe you were like secretly a super fan and I could learn a bunch from you, but that's okay. So from these people who I've never heard of comes the first chapter of Dying Inside, a graphic novel about a chronically depressed girl who's tired of fighting for her death. Today is Ash's big finale. By finale, of course, she means exiting the stage permanently. Ah. She's apathetic, therefore believes death is easy route to relief. That doesn't mean she'll go out without a bang, though. Nothing's more embarrassing than a lame death. Okay. This is... I don't know. I don't think I'm the right audience for this book after reading the description. Which is a shame. I like the cover. I was hoping for like a horror book, like a Junji Ito kind of thing. A Popeye book? Or the second Francophone comic export after Tintin. But Tintin is Belgian, right? Whereas Asterix is French? I have that right, don't I? Although, I mean, I realize Tintin would be in French probably because it is from Belgium. And that's one of the 2 languages spoken there. Actually, there's a question. Do the Wallonians in French, or in Belgium, do they actually speak French, or do they speak like their own variation of French? And I guess the same thing goes for like yes, I'm right, cool. I guess the same thing goes for like the Flanders. What is the name for that people from that region, from Flanders, the other part? Like they speak like a Germanic language, right? Is it the same? Is it just Dutch, or is it their own thing? I don't know the answer to these questions. I'm just throwing this stuff out there because you put Tintin in my brain, bro. And all I wanted to do, oh my gosh, I love this art. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole thing. Oh, that is so cool! This is actually kind of like a win. And it's all done. It's written and drawn by Marcus Williams. I don't know who that is. Wow. The legendary cartoon characters reimagined for the modern ages, brand new series by Marcus Williams. Marvel's Captain America. That's not really selling me on this book. Reimagine the pop culture staple in a high-energy manga-inspired monthly comic series. How he lost his eye. It was an epic battle, some nautical accident. The truth finally comes out as an old enemy from the sea returns to face off against the Sailor Man. With the rich history of the character and this new action-packed new take from with stuff lifted from manga like these. Yems, what he yems. Yep. He's Popeye the Sailor Man. Toot, toot. Right? And of course, that guy, I love him, man. What's his name? Wimpy, right? That's his name? Right? That's his name, isn't it? Wimpy? Hold on. Yes! Nailed it! Thank you, ComicVineGamespot.com, for having the answer to my question. Because he'll gladly pay you Tuesday if I'm going to say it. It's right there for a hamburger today. I will randomly quote that line when I'm talking to people sometimes, because I'm a weirdo. Alright, Let's go back. Oh! We're resumed. We lost our place. Hold on, where were we? Here we go, this is where we were. Don't add me with the Popeye movie with Robin Williams. That's Wimpy. He will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today! Yes! Maloney speaks the same French, but has a very regional, rural, and nasal accent that makes them the butt of French jokes. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. That's kind of like the difference between, you know, normal American people that speak English and then me. Alright, got it. Got it, XLG. Let's get back down here. See, we looked at that, looked at that, looked at that, da-da-da-da-da. We looked at these. That looks kind of fun. Far Cry, Cull the Herd from Tokyo Pop. And a Flash Gordon book. Probably not. So they're French Texas. No! You can't just say that. Can I show that on YouTube? Based on a Ubisoft creation. So this is actually somehow okay. Somehow this is based on Far Cry. Bruh. How? What? What is even? No. You know what? We're moving on. We're moving on. I'm not thinking about it anymore. Gannibal. Streaming now on Hulu. Read it before you binge it. That's a horror manga. Lauded in Japan. Live action adaptation on Hulu. Blaze is publishing this horrifying feast in English for the first time. Okay. This has some potential for being interesting. Bro! Gotcha, man! That is not a franchise I'm super into, but that's really cool that that's a thing that's going on. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh because Initial D is kind of cool. It's just anytime I think about Initial D, my mind goes to drifting, and then my mind immediately... Hold on, let me flip to my camera. And then my mind immediately goes to multi-track drifting. Like, I can't resist it. My brain just goes there. It's too powerful. The multi-track drifting is just too much. Oh, that's all I see when I look at this. That's fun, though. Investigators. John Patrick Green. Is that the guy that does the, like, Dogman books? I think so. It looks like it. It looks like his art style. Multi-rail drifting. Yeah. Hold on. Can I find that meme? Multi-track drifting. Multi-track drifting is a meme that originated from a parody doujinshi of Japanese street racing series Initial D called Dinsha D. In this parody, the protagonist replaces automobiles with trains and performs the signature action of the Initial D series, drifting, but with trains. Hold on. Hold on. KnowYourMeme.com, of course, has it. Yes! There it is! Oh, Ninja Weasel got us too. Alright, if you are in the chat looking at it later, you should be able to just click his link, which takes you to here. So there you go. You too can open up and save this and become a multi-track drifter. That's funny. Thank you, Ninja. My bro. That looks kind of fun. I hate that art style. Why? Stories from the Atlas Comics Library. What are you actually printing in this? Old Marvel Team Up, Fantagraphs, New Alice. That might be neat to pick up. Some super old horror books. Yeah. Not really my jam, dude. I guess one of these days I'm gonna have to break down and sit there and read all of One Piece. Like I'm just gonna have to do it one day. All 10,000 pages of it. Like I'll never stop reading it. And I guess that's okay. I can spend the rest of my life, every waking moment, reading One Piece and watching all 6,000 episodes of the TV show. That's cute. That's kind of a neat cover, but I'm not going to get that. That's also kind of cute. Ooh, it's got something about Plants vs. Zombies. Star Wars Plants vs. Zombies. Oh! That's kind of delayed for a crossover. But that's also kind of fun. Okay. Why is Disney having Marvel make Star Wars books, but also licensing Star Wars books out to other companies? Instead of just doing it all in-house and getting all that money. This I'm going to pick up for sure. The Final Fight thing. Check out this Valiant thing in a second. It's cool cover. I think I saw somewhere that Matt Weldon was working on one of the books in this range. Not this one, obviously. That's clearly not his artwork, but I'm pretty sure I saw him doing something. It might have been a Final Fight cover. But this ought to be fun. This ought to be pretty cool. If my store has this, I'm definitely picking it up, man. Okay. Oh, we were almost at the end of the list anyway. Let's check out this Valiance thing. Two exciting stories. Sneak peek at... Okay. And maybe we kick things... So it's a preview. Okay. And next we're having to Roku vs. Ninja K. Meet the world's dead supposed to collaborate on a mission by the Jonin. Yeah. The coloring is kind of killing me. Here, can we make this bigger? No. It looks kind of cheap in places. For whatever reason, the coloring on Livewire looks kind of bad. The coloring on Ninja K looks way cooler. These are actually by different artists, and they've just been photoshopped into the cover. Is that why? Because I think Bloodshot is in a different style. Like, they're in two completely different art styles here. That would make sense, though. There's only one signature on the cover. I don't know. I'm going crazy. Just disregard everything I just said. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. Yeah, nah. Is this like the Darkwing Duck book or something? Because that feels like a Darkwing Duck book. Nah, I don't see like a Disney logo anywhere on the cover, so it must not be. What's this? It's really cute, whatever it is. A dynamic reimagining of Osamu Tezuka's classic Unico manga. Isn't he the guy that did that, story about the... like the sheep that like hangs out with a wolf? Is he the guy that did that story? Hold on. Okay, just get down to Astro Boy, Kimba the White Lion, yeah. No, I don't see the thing I was thinking of here, but that might have been a movie, and he might not have been involved in it. Oh, Dororo. He did Dororo? Wasn't there a movie for that? Oh, and he did Blackjack? I didn't realize he did Blackjack. That's really cool. No, I don't know who worked on the movie I'm thinking of. I can't remember its name. Alright, well, whatever. We're moving on. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to say, that's kind of cool. That's it, man. We've scrolled through the list of free comic book day books, and I got a couple I'm interested in. I should write these down before I forget. Gosh almighty. At least I didn't end up working late tonight. I got that going for me. Let's see. Free comic book day books. We'll go with The Worlds of James Tynion IV. James, how do you spell that? T-Y-N-I-O-O. Oh, it's Tin Ion. Okay. Tynion IV. We'll pick that up, probably. Just so I have, like, the complete whatever. What else is, like, a next easy, like, ooh, I want that pickup? I guess the Street Fighter book. Wherever that went to. Well, I don't see it now. It was a Street... Oh, here it is. Street Fighter vs. Final Fight. And then, that's the only ones I'm going to write down. Whatever I pick after that will just be like, you know, spur of the moment. Like, I feel this Popeye book real hard. You know, like, oh, yeah. Give me that spinach. You know, that kind of feeling, that kind of motivation. Now, kind of building off of Free Comic Book Day, Brett McGowan, who works on Changeling, sent me this thing, which looks like a scary headline. Our last Free Comic Book Day at the shop where it was founded, but as Scott K, who I don't know Scott K. Oh, apparently I do know Scott K. Oh, he's the dude that does Wrath. Okay. I do know Scott K. I just didn't realize. Yeah, whatever. I feel like an idiot. I feel like a heel. But he's like, hey, the article explains it, and what's actually going on is they're just moving locations. But apparently, this is the dude who came up with this because he was going to Baskin and Robbins, and they were having like free scoop day or something, and he's like, comic books are cooler than ice cream. And thus was born Free Comic Book Day! Now, if you're in my neck of the woods, or Chicago for that matter, you can go to Graham Cracker Comics. Here we go, Madison. Which didn't go anywhere. Oh, there we go. There's my shop, man. There's the storefront. It doesn't look like that. There's different stuff in the window. But same idea. It's on East Washington Avenue. Westfield Comics. It is near the Westtown Mall, on the opposite side of town from Graham Crackers. Hey, and I know those guys. They work at the store. Maybe that's not a surprise. And then there's also Capital City Comics, which is like right downtown. Well, not right downtown. It's in Dudgeon Monroe, that neighborhood, which is on the edge of downtown. It's right down by a Trader Joe's and a pretty dope record store. So it's an interesting part of town. I just never go there. So if you're in my neck of the woods, those are 3 places you can go. Now, when I was in Oshkosh, they had a whole bunch of comic book stores too. They're all over the place. If you want to find a comic book store near you, you can go to comicshoplocator.com and find one. You might even have one in your neck of the woods, Ninja Weasel. You don't know. You know, we just don't know. You could pop in and get that Popeye book. Oh, it animated. In fact, I just checked, and there are some in your neck of the woods. So there you go. However, I'm not going to dox you because I'm not a complete and total savage. Hold on. Hold on. There was a bunch of chat here that I somehow missed until just now. Oh! It's because it's not showing up in the OBS chat. To a colon O. Does that show up in the OBS chat? No! That didn't show up in the OBS chat. Okay, let me click over to YouTube. Yeah, there's my chat I just sent. Okay. Multi-roll drifting, got you fam. Screw that nonsense, lol. There's a rumor you'll watch Shogun on your tablet in bed, or you'll watch Andor, the only Star Wars series worth your time, from May the 4th. Ninja Weasel says Andor is legitimately pretty good. Sorry I missed your chats. I don't know why OBS is being a butt, but I've resized my OBS window so I can read the chat. This is the same problem that Streamlabs had with the YouTube chat. It would just randomly disconnect or something. Do I have to, like, if I hit F5 or something, will that force it to refresh? Can I close the chat window and reopen it? Oh! It was doing top chat instead of... What does that even mean? What does, quote, top chat versus, like, live chat mean? Why would I want the top chat? Wouldn't I want, like, the live chat so I can actually, like, respond to what people are saying? Bro, all these software companies out there, everybody has completely lost their freaking mind. It's just a fact. They have. Let's go ahead and close a bunch of these tabs. We don't need them anymore. And I just happened, when I was searching for the Free Comic Book Day website, I typed Free Comic Book Day in. Madison Comic Con showed up ahead of that. It's apparently Sunday, May 5th. So I might be there. I don't know, $8? Go spend a couple hours, like, walking around the floor? Maybe say hi to some people I know? Is there a guest list? He's at this show every time they run it. So's she. Hey, Mike Barron. This dude's at the show every time they run it. I know a guy that has a dog named Bei, like that. It's apparently like a Chinese name, at least in the case of the dog. Like, he didn't name it that. That was the name the dog had when he adopted it. And he has a... Hopefully your PC won't crash, you lose your 7.6K corrupt tabs. No! Yeah! I saw that on Twitter. I'm like, what kind of maniac are you? Seriously. Who? Who? This crazy talk. Anyway, that guy, he feels real silly because of his dog's name. Because he just feels like he's yelling baby when he's calling the dog. And it makes him feel like less manly, I guess. I don't get it. This might be kind of fun to go to. I haven't been to one of these shows in a couple of years. I've been to that store. It's, on State Street. It's like, if I remember, it's like It's one of those weird little stores, man. It's just, well, State Street's like all these old buildings, right? And so you get like all these weirdly shaped stores and stuff like that. I can't remember if this was up on a second floor or if I'm confusing it with a weird bookstore I went to on State Street. They are a comic book, or they were a comic book store out towards Milwaukee, if I remember right. I never went to it though. I think I bought something from their table one year. KG Comics is a creator-owned comic publisher that brings you tales of the macabre and supernatural. Yeah, you know what? There might be enough interesting stuff here to justify me popping in and checking some things out. I mean, for $8, seems like a pretty reasonable gate to get in. Shoot, I should dig out like a Matt Baron Batman comic or something. Matt Mike, oh my gosh. Plus, I'm losing my freaking voice, guys. Was I talking real loud and excitedly or something? Actually, I think I got a bunch of Nexus books. He worked on Nexus, right? And Badger, for that matter. Right? Didn't he write Badger? Yeah, oh, I wonder if I have like a Badger #1 or something cool like that. That would be neat. Oh, hold on. XOG said not really. I don't know what that was in response to at this point. And I'm afraid to ask. Anyway, moving on. Just some quick stuff here. I saw this headline on Ars Technica and I thought it was funny. Dave & Buster's is adding real money betting. They already are! But apparently there's like some like web platform thing that you can put your friendly wager with your friend into so that they get a cut of it or something. I don't know. I didn't even know people went to Dave & Buster's and like bet on stuff. Like that seems real silly. I mean, it's one thing to like the old school fighting game thing where, you know, you like pony up a quarter on the machine and then the winner gets to keep both quarters. Like that was a thing way back in the day. But that's like pinning ante, man. Like this is going to ruin lives and Dave & Buster's will be responsible for it. Also, this was just funny. Square Enix announces it's tanked $140 million in losses due to content abandonment. But if you could actually go read, like that's not what it says they're doing. It just says they're canceling stuff. So they're not actually losing any additional money. This is like pure accounting BS because that's all big corporations know how to do past a certain point in their life. Big companies. Oh, hold on. There's Oh, please, Gartner, don't come after me. I think Gartner's the one that made the diagram I'm thinking of. Let me just search this. Because there's the hype cycle. And then there's one for corporate life cycle. Give me a second. They're just losing all the investor resources. Yeah, but that money's already lost. That's not a continuing loss. Like, they're not paying additional money just to lose money. Okay, I can't find the graph I'm thinking of in a real quick Google search. But it's kind of like the Gartner hype cycle. There's a like a big peak. We can open up paint.net. And if you don't know what the Gartner hype cycle is, which is kind of... Go away, I don't want to install anything. Which is kind of what I was referencing. Like, it's... it looks like that. Where the like hype builds. Then people realize the thing that they're talking about actually kind of sucks. So hype dies off. And then hype builds up again. Because it's matured at that point. And you got like your early adopters. This is like people getting Google Glass or whatever. Then you got a bunch of like really crappy products that come out. You know, Google Glass turns out to not actually be all that cool. And then we're like down here where Apple has put out their VR or their augmented reality headset or something. Meanwhile, Microsoft has put out a couple products along this slope, kind of keeping hope alive. So maybe the Apple product is the third generation product over here. Actually, Microsoft's AR stuff was actually really cool. I've never heard of anything you're talking about there, XLG. I don't know what you're on about. But there's a corporate life cycle graph. It looks... Yeah, that's better. Something like this. You know, it's like a bell curve. And over here is where you're innovating. Actually, that looks terrible. That just looks blurry. Just go bloomp. Make the line smaller. So that's a terrible curve too. Something like that. So over here is like where you're innovating. You're coming up with like new amazing products. So you're like, oh, this is awesome. Hey, check this out. We can compete with the big guys. We just got some cool funding. We got a really great product. Our sales are awesome. This is great. We're innovating. And then you get up here, and it's around this point where you stop innovating. Because this is where the most frightening force known to mankind appears. Bean counters. This is where your organization stops producing actual product and starts producing financial instruments. So this is GE, this is Boeing. They've all been over here. They've hit this peak. And they are doing this. In the case of Boeing, they're actually just going straight down, like their airplanes do. Meanwhile, you have some companies, some groups that manage to stay on the left side for a really, really long time without a problem. Dude who makes Dwarf Fortress, for example, like, he's here. He's either on this side or he's up at the top still. He has not started this decline. Like, up here, released on Steam, for sale, for making money. He's on the way up. But most corporate entities, at some point, these jerks take over. And they ruin everything they touch. Because they're not interested in making products. They're interested in financial shenanigans. Like this. Which doesn't do anybody any good. It just looks good on the balance sheet. But it's actually how you ruin companies. Oh my gosh, Ninja Weasel, yes! Those Microsoft Surface desks, I saw a dude demoing one of those, and it was absolutely, like, the video was absolutely incredible. I have been that jealous before in my life, but it's a rare thing. Anyway, this doesn't sound good for Square Enix. This sounds bad. When you start talking about things like content abandonment instead of we're bringing new products to market, your company's doing it wrong. You're on the wrong side of that bell curve. Let's go check out my 20th anniversary stuff here. How am I doing grinding out this achievement? Not very well. The Malta Sapper keeps missing me. You just missed me like 6 times in a row, dude. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, that's it. Hold me, buddy. Hold me tight. You will once strictly play D&D? I don't blame you. Oh, think how cool that kind of stuff could be, man. Like, the ability to, like, cast your like, character sheet over to where other players can see it, and then they can, like, minimize it in their view and stuff. Like, there's lots of cool possibilities there. I saw this Bride of Frankenstein piece of art from Jared Albrecht. His thing is he buys he buys lots of stuff at yard sales and Goodwill. But, like, he'll buy books, and then he'll do this. He'll take a page from the book, which is an old ratty book. He's not doing this to, like, brand new books, but he's doing this to, like, super beat up paperbacks and things. And then he'll do a piece of art relevant to the book on top of it. I love his gimmick. I love what he does here. One of these days, I'm going to commission a piece of art from him as a gift for somebody. I don't know who. I don't know what. But I love it, man. I love seeing this dude's work. Every time it pops up, I think, man, that's fantastic. He's done James Bond art over top of James Bond pages. Like, you name it, he's done it. It's awesome. And the last thing I got here from Twitter is this absolute drubbing that Google Play took at the hands of Community Notes. Sonic, but as you scroll, he gets older and older. A thread. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. Sonic does not get older and older as you scroll. Every post is wrong. Every post is wrong. And it's true. Alright, you scroll down here. Sonic, the cover rotund, husky, still fast as lightning. The actual game, 8-pick glory. Alright, Ninja Weasel. What's wrong with this picture for 1991 Sonic? No, XLG, not at all. It's like you have not looked at a DC comic book in 70 years, if you can ask that question. Like, okay, 70 is exaggerated. You got to go back to, like, 1975. And even then, you have to pick very specific books for there to be an inequity. In fact, it's the other way around. The heroines, with the exception of Superman and Batman, get way more screen time. Thank you, Ninja. The Genesis is not an 8-bit system. Also, the first Sonic game did not have Tails in it. Screenshot from Sonic 1, 2013 mobile, because Tails can't be Sonic's partner in the original Genesis release. 1993 Sonic. Does this look like 1993? No. No, it doesn't. This is Sonic as he appears in Sonic Boom, which was released in 2014, not 1993. This whole thread, it's murder. This is just absolute murder. 1996 Sonic. Is not how Sonic was invented in 96. This post that uses the 2020 design of the character, seen in the 2013 mobile game Sonic Dash. Like, every post is just brutal. Hey, what? Get out of here. What's that? Go away. I don't know why that suddenly popped up on the screen, but get out of here, Homecoming Launcher. We're making fun of Google Play. We ain't got time. Look, literally every post here. 2018 Sonic. Really look like 90s retro Sonic. The only Sonic the Hedgehog title released in 2018 was Sonic Mania Plus. However, the image is actually a screenshot from the original game. Somebody at Google needs their butt beat. Yeah. It just goes on. Like, I don't know. Those like 10, 12 just completely wrong tweets. Wild talk. Wild times. Last thing, I just want to be like, yo, if you want a cool story with a great art style and written by a cool guy from New York, check out Blood Realm. It looks like it's still in demand because I was able to click on the Get This Perk link and go over to where I could buy stuff. So you might want to check that out. Like, I really like Blood Realm. You can see reviews of like the first 9 issues or whatever on my channel. What marketing ploy could it be, XLG? They're not linking stuff. Like, there's no link here to go buy these things from Google Play's store. So what marketing is this, aside from us making fun of Google Play? This is not making me want to click on Google Play at all. It's not going to make anybody want to click on Google Play. So no, it's just some poor overworked intern who was putting together a bunch of stuff that he thought was clever. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. But in any case, you should come over here and click and put yourself together a Blood Realm number 15 through 18 bundle so that you can be awesome. How would you like to get this little Kyron Morville resin statue, 5 inches tall, designed by Shadowpunk? It will be available in gray and translucent red. It could be yours. Or maybe you're the kind of guy who wants a cool comic book where like a 4-armed gorilla monster is punching a space bug in the face. Check it out. Or, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, you know, Elizabeth, I really want a vinyl record that's blood red. I got your back, fam. It's right here. If this was not in the $100 bundle, I would have bought this on its own. I would have been like, yes. Give me. Give me. Sadly, it's in the $100 bundle, so I did not purchase it. Love Blood Realm, love Rob Geronimo. He's a hoot. Then Brian Ball did his, annual Elizabeth. Nina and Ariel has not come out yet, and he's correct. It has been over 4 years since the book was supposed to be shipped to him, and it's still not out, which completely blows my mind because Nina and Ariel was essentially done. I got my Kickstarter one, and that came very quickly, and apparently the Indiegogo 4 years later still ain't delivered. XLG says Elizabeth decided to stop funding streamers and hard left at Warhammer figurine pay. Cool! More power to you, bro. I hope you derive great enjoyment from it. Just be aware you will go bankrupt, and it's more addictive than crack cocaine. You bought your first 3 figurines. They must be pretty big ones, because normally you'd buy like groups of those things, because you got to paint up like 1,200 points worth of that stuff. And that's a lot of dudes. Also, in the books that have not fulfilled, still waiting on Handyman. As soon as July rolls around, we'll do a 5th anniversary video for Handyman here. Don't know why we ain't got our book. There we go. Look at that. Snarkily asking for updates. Of which there aren't any. And that's it, guys. That is everything we were going to look at and talk about today. We actually went a little longer than I thought we would, which is kind of fun. And XLG's being himself over there. Thumbs up. You do you, buddy. You do you. So I am going to bounce, my friends, my dudes, my fellas. It's that time. It is that time. And that's okay. It can be that time anytime it wants to be that time. Now, I am a little worried, like, about stuff, life, things in general, like me losing my voice here. I don't know what's going on with that. But, hi, bye. Yeah, same to you, Ethereal Dragon. Thanks for popping in. You can watch the instant replay, man. That's what they call it, right? The instant replay. Whatever. You all take care. Oh, let's do that thing where I do a thumbs up. Why don't we? Boop. Ah, get out of here, controller. There. Yeah, thumbs up. You all take care of yourselves. And, hope to see you again next time.